Richmond and Carlton. The return, of course, of our man Jakey, the push-up king, who's been out for too long, just a week, but that's too long. And he's back this week. We can't wait for that to get started, see what sort of an impact the little champ can have on proceedings. Well,
I tell you, and I can't say, we're not allowed to say apparently, but I think there'll be some very good crowd support
for
the
Jakey.
push-up.
And so there should be, because he's colt.
I know that we had the text messages. James he usually goes out and has a reasonably good drink on a Friday night, but he's saved himself up for some special push-up work today, Spuddy boy. And boy, hell, the little champ better get involved.
Deliver, otherwise
if he doesn't get involved, he can turn.
But I heard it's amazing how it's turned. Damien Hardwick, I heard his presser during the week, straight in. Straight in.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, he's a barometer.
We lack that forward pressure, the ability to set up goals.
Barometer.
I know that JB, he just comes to the games that the push-ups involved in.
Hey, and Spud, you know it. It's not just, when he gets the pill and then does some nice shimmy work and sometimes just runs straight over the top of blokes and does really weird-ass stuff. But it's also what he does away from the ball, which is talk enormous amount of front-on trash. He wants to punch and decapitate blokes. He takes a whole 1970s view to anyone physically assaulting him. It's just a beautiful setup.
And I believe, having had a week off, enormous amount of gym time.
He will have.
So it'll come out
guys like
rippling, Spud.
So guys like Chris Yarran in the back half for Carl, beware.
He'll cop one today.
He came in to the Triple M studios to do Rush Hour about a month ago, and he took Bill on. It was the greatest mismatch ever in push-up contest. I think Big Willis managed to rip out 3 or 4. And as he was doing them, push-up started, and I reckon he had 20, 30 out before he could blink an eye, and in the end he got bored, so he then went with the Rocky one-handers, just like this, and he was just up, and then he switched over to the other hand, and there he was.
Jim, they're only wee little arms.
I don't care.
But we did hear, Jack Revolt was telling us a funny story before the footy show. He said they did a recovery session out in the ocean there, and they made a big circle, and they used to get 2 blokes in the middle at to wrestle each other under the water on a cold day, which was funny. Push up, and Richo shaped up within a minute. He reckons push-up just had Richo's head and was just dunking it in the water. Boom! Richo's floundering, he had arms floundering, he just was going boing, and the rest of them were roaring their heads off.
And what are you too, Jay? I reckon you've elevated his nickname up to the Lou Richards style of galloping gasometer and flying doormat.
Originally, when the article first came out, it was his first article, wasn't it? I did 1,000 push-ups.
Yep.
We probably took it all the wrong way,
didn't
we?
Yeah,
Thought he maybe got ahead of himself, young push-ups, but he's been able to back it up.
He has. He's reinvented himself. And
No late changes, by the way, if you're heading to the ground for the big game and getting ready for a big push-up special. And have we got any Eddie Betts? Eddie Betts is one of our favourites too in the Carlton lineup. And Jeffy Garlett. So we're going to be even-handed, but push-ups probably in front.
Dimmer, we have a lot of fun with and absolutely love little Jake, the push-up king.
You especially, Jake.
He's a superstar, Dimmer. He's the best. He's an absolute champ. But I love the story attached to him too. He's turned his life around as much as his footy, and I just reckon he's a ripper. And but that's our perception of him. What about you from a coaching point of view? How is he to coach?
Look, he is a beauty. There's just one flaw. He's just too short. He's just become a little bit taller. But he's just a guy that we love having around our footy club, and every footy club has him. But he epitomises what we're about. He plays with passion. He's an outstanding leader too. A lot of people wouldn't know that, but he takes a lot of the young guys under his arm. Whether that's a good thing or not, I'm not too sure. But he's just a pleasure to coach and a guy I thoroughly enjoy. And, we really missed him last week. I'm not saying it would have been the difference, but he certainly adds to our side. There's no doubt about it. And I look forward to hearing your call today, JB, when he kicks a couple.
Let him go. Just do a couple of those funky things which we love.
Tell you what, Dimmer, don't take him off if there's any heat in the game. That's where Jim comes into his own.
Oh, no, we've watched the YouTube clip a couple of times with JB going absolutely berserk.
Well, he'd be a man after your own heart, Dimmer, because you loved it when it got a little bit like that too. So
not quite as much as Jake does, though, mate. I'll give you a tip.